All right.
All right. Well, welcome everyone to another episode of Ask the Attorney. My name is Blair Clark, and I am here with you this evening with Mr. David Sobel. Hello, David. How are you doing
Hi,
tonight?
Blair. How you doing?
I'm doing really well, thank you.
Good.
We
Good.
have a lineup of questions, as usual, for
Uh-huh.
the viewers tonight. So each week, David's clerks in his office, they put together the top 5 or 6 questions that are emailed into David's office, and we go through them, and I ask the questions. David, of course, provides the answers. So we want you guys to just stick around and stay tuned, because we're going to provide a wealth of real estate related and legal information for you guys. But before we jump into the questions tonight, I want to give everybody an opportunity to, if they would like to reach out to you, David, how can they get a hold of you?
Very easy, 888-789-1715. And the other way is provenresource.com. And you can look me up.
Yeah.
David Sobel. And there's a couple David Sobels out there I found out. There's a guy in the entertainment business. He does sports entertainment.
Uh-huh.
And there's another David Sobel who does something in journalism. And then there's me.
Yeah. There's another Blair Clark who actually has blairclark.com, and he is a jazz singer in his mid-70s.
Very cool.
So that's my doppelganger, I guess.
One day you're going to get a call, and they're going to be like, "Hey, you got to get over to the bar right away."
I know, the Dirty Dog and Gross
Yeah,
Point.
Dirty Dog. How come you're not there, Blair?
That's right.
Very cool.
That's right.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I'm sure you guys are already watching this on YouTube, but if not, if you're watching it on a different source, head over to David's YouTube channel. You can just plug into the search bar on YouTube, Sobel Law, Proven Resource, David Sobel, and that is a great YouTube channel. I actually hopped on your YouTube channel last night, and rewatched a video that I had watched probably a year and a half ago on land contracts. It's like Land Contracts Michigan or something like that, because someone in our Facebook networking group had a question, and I knew that the answer to that question was within that video, but I couldn't quite remember how you worded it. So I went back and I watched it, and you have like 5 key points on a land contract in Michigan, and one of those points I reiterated to the young man on the networking group, and so that was pretty cool. So you were a resource for someone else.
Oh, I appreciate that. We get a lot of, just at risk of sounding immodest, last month we had, I think it was somewhere around like 86,000 hits on our site.
Nice.
And and some ungodly number with our YouTube. But I will tell you, we're right now, Blair, we're recategorizing everything on YouTube, so that when you look for the videos, you'll be able to click, and it will be like all the land contract videos will come up, or all the real estate purchase agreements will come up, or the title issues will come up. It's a work in progress, as you know. It's always something new.
Yep.
So, but that's our job. Provenresource.com. We provide tons of information related to real estate, contracts, financial disputes. I just want you to know the reason why I'm moving around a lot right now is I'm on one of those balls.
One of the Swiss balls.
Swiss balls, right?
I know.
For sitting all day.
Exactly. Just relax your shoulders, everybody.
Yeah.
Do some shoulder rolls, and here we go.
Let's
get into the questions for tonight.
Okay. Go right ahead.
So the first question tonight is from Ticked Off at Title in Southgate. And David's clerks always come up with some great alliteration for the titles of these. I love it. Ticked Off at Title says, I am set to close on the sale of my home. The title company says they need a copy of my divorce decree. The problem is I've never been married. The divorced individual has the same name as me. I have 2 middle names, and the first one is the same as his. They won't clear the title for me to close on my home. Now what do I do?
Well, I don't know how much of a legal standpoint, like an issue that really is, as much as it is a more of like an underwriting risk management issue. But just from experience, the best thing to do for that title agency, and I'm really surprised that they're giving you a hard time, being in this business for so long, is just, hey, let me have your social security number for this individual, and then they would run it up against all the people who may have been married to this lady, just to look at the divorce decree. And by the process of elimination, you should be able to move forward with it very, very easily. So why somebody's giving you a hard time like that is beyond me. You know, if you have a common name, it happens all the time. I mean, we have collection issues that people are being sued.
Right.
And they're the wrong people. I mean, God help you if your name is Mike Smith Jr. or John Smith Jr. I mean, those it happens all the time. And you'll get John James is a huge one. And you just, you know, go right down the list and you do a Social Security search. And at the very least, you know, the title company could ask for an affidavit. That's another way to do it. So I don't know how it's really unfortunate. Whoever they're dealing with is probably either not experienced or there's something else that we're not aware of, Blair, because you'll find that when people do call, a lot of times people call in and they only selectively give you what they want you to know. And
That's
so
true.
What I do, as you know, is how many times have I said it? I would ask for a copy of the divorce decree, and I'd ask for a copy of the title work. And then I would be able to give a better decision. But in general, Social Security check, run it, you know, against a credit report, against the court records, and you should be fine. Okay.
All right. And then another piece of advice I would give to this person is, have you only spoken to one clerk at the title company?
Right.
Sometimes just asking for a supervisor.
Right.
Or even, you know, potentially like the owner, the, you know, operator or whomever.
Blair, this is my show. That's too easy.
Yeah, right. It is too easy.
Come on, that's too easy.
But seriously, if you're you know,
right.
if you called the clerk who's been in title for 6 months and that's what he or she is saying, you might just want to ask, can I speak to your manager, please?
Right. Right.
Perhaps. But that is way too simple. That's way too simple.
Yeah. Never that easy.